Hey everyone, welcome back to CK Cycles. Well, I'm going to deviate a little today from my traditional video material of wrenching on vintage motorcycles, and instead I'm going to make a belt. I got into belt making a few years ago, and it's just kind of a little side hobby that I really enjoy doing. And so I'm going to be making a belt for a buddy of mine today, and I thought I would show you how I do it. The belts I make generally come from 1.5 8 to 9 ounce leather strap. This particular strap is water buffalo and is from the Weaver Leather Company, and I have used this material quite a few times in the belts I have made, and I have found it to be a pretty good material to use. It lasts a long time. I think it's pretty heavy duty, pretty solid material, and I find it pretty easy to work with when making belt straps. So let me get a little bit different camera angle here, and I'll show you how I put a belt together. Okay, so I'm going to start with the buckle end of the belt. This is the end that holds a Western style buckle or kind of a traditional roller buckle. And so getting this end taken care of involves trimming it, punching some holes, and setting some snaps. So I'll start here by trimming the end with my round punch. And I'll try and move it to a nice square, even part of the strap. Okay, looks pretty good. Next, I will use my template here that I built. To lay out where my snap holes and my buckle oblong hole needs to be. Those are laid out and they look pretty well centered. They look good. I will start with my oblong hole here. It's got to get through quite a bit of material there. There it is. And there's my oblong hole that will accept the arm of the roller buckle. Next, I will punch the holes for my snaps. Verify I have the right size punch. Okay, next what I'm going to do is thin down the material here that is meant to be bent over and snapped together. It'll help with the bend if it's a little bit thinner here, and will also help with the overall thickness when this material is doubled up. don't want to go too thin. I don't know if the camera will kind of pick up and show the thickness here based up here. I've reduced it maybe by about a third. Alrighty. I also, if I can, like to try and reduce down this area where my snaps go through. Okay. Now I'll just trim over the edge a little bit here to clean it up. Okay, before I put my snaps in, and while this is still laying good and flat, I will size it. Every belt that I make is custom made for the person who it is meant for. I don't do standard sizes, 36, 38, 32, whatever it is. I try and measure or get a good measurement off the actual individual and then base the size of the belt on that. So this is a good template that I made for that sizing. And the person who I am making the belt for came out to be a number 17 on the CK Cycles belt sizing template. I'll put a mark right there. Next, I'll go back to my end template that I made here. And I usually do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes to give plenty of room. 2, 3, 4. So I'll start with the middle hole here. So I put their measurement hole right here in the middle. And then I'll mark off the other 6 holes. Okay, and while I am here, and the end is right there, I will also punch the end. Okay, and so now I'm going to actually punch the buckle holes here in the belt. I like to use a small oblong punch for that. Make my holes oblong instead of perfectly round. I think it helps with the holes from mushrooming as you use them as much as they would with a round hole. Just my experience. Looks pretty good. Before I put my snaps on, I'm also going to finish off the edges here. I'll just use a little water on my trimmed edges. Roll them over and smooth them out with this tool. I am going with a standard black roller buckle for this belt, and so I will use the dark color snaps. I want the finished end of the snaps down here, because then the belt will fold over back behind like this, and these snaps will show. No fancy snap setter here. I do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, those are set. Looks good. Looks good. Now I'll use a little bit more water here on the bend. I think it'll just help the bend to happen a little easier and set in. So hopefully this side won't crack out. And let's see if everything aligns. There you go. And so with this belt, you can wear a traditional, see if I can remember how to do this. Might be going the wrong way. Roller style buckle. I need my keeper in there first though. I'm not going to push that through. I want these holes to be nice and fresh for when the person gets the belt. But it'll fit like that. Or, like what I enjoy doing. This is one of my grandfather's buckles. Pretty nice Winchester buckle. Can wear a nice Western style buckle on it. All right, everyone. Well, that'll be it for this video. A little bit of a change up from what I normally put out there, but belt making is something that I enjoy doing. It doesn't take too long, and you end up with a belt that lasts many years. So this is Chris for CK Cycles. We'll see you later.